is now facing humanity, yet they will suffer the earliest and most destructive impacts. For about 3 million people in the world, some 40% of the planet's population, living on less than $2 a day, global warming will erode the gains built up over generations, not just in poverty reduction, but in health, education, nutrition, and many other areas. We know that events such as droughts, floods will become more frequent, intense, and destructive as a result of climate change. When droughts, floods, or storms strike, vulnerable people are forced to sell off productive assets, withdraw children from school, and cut back on nutrition and health spending.
Every day you invite us to your home. Now we invite you to our homepage. Join Channels TV on social media. Hang out with us on Google Plus/Channels Television. Follow us on Twitter.com/Channels TV_NG. Friend us on Facebook.com/Channels Forum. And don't forget to like our page. That's not all. Subscribe to our YouTube channels, youtube.com/Channels Web, to get constant video updates and news and events in Nigeria and around the world. ChannelsTV.com, the news at your fingertips.
In recent times, the Nigerian airspace has recorded an alarming number of air accidents, with about 10 air crashes in the last 20 years. That's an average of 1 every 2 years. Several lives have been lost, including those of top government officials and foreigners. These mishaps and events that follow now make people shudder at the mere thoughts of flying. Welcome to Law Weekly on Channels Television. My name is Victoria Ido. Today on the show, we'll be looking at the laws guiding the aviation industry as regards to safety, operation, and compensation. Later on the show, we'll be talking to an aviation lawyer. But before we get on to that, let's take a recap of some of the top legal stories in the news.
We start off from Abuja, where a federal high court affirmed the election of Bamanga Tukur as the chairman of the People's Democratic Party. The presiding judge, Justice Evo Chukwuka, also ordered the Baraje faction of the PDP to stop parading themselves as officers of the party. The court further restrained the Baraje faction from interfering with the activities of the PDP or establishing parallel offices. This judgment comes amid reports from Abuja, which says that the Kwara State PDP has disowned the new PDP and has affirmed allegiance to the Bamanga Tukur-led PDP. From Abuja, we move to a high court sitting in Port Harcourt, which has granted bail to 4 out of the 12 suspects involved in the gruesome murder of 4 undergraduate students of the University of Port Harcourt last year at Omokiri community in Alu River State. The 4 persons are accused of negligence, Presiding Judge Justice Letami Yodi said it granted the bill considering the nature of their offence and also on health grounds as it concerned the traditional leader. The judge granted them bail with a sum of 2 million naira with the conditions that the accused persons must provide 2 sureties that must own landed properties in Port Harcourt and they must provide tax payment certificates for the past 2 years. Meanwhile, the governor of Edo State, Adams Oshiomhole, has signed the state's Kidnapping Prohibition Law 2009 as amended by the Edo State House of Assembly into law. The law prescribes the death penalty for kidnappers in the state. Appending his signature to the bill, Governor Oshiomhole pointed out that those who argue that the problem of kidnapping stems from unemployment should not simplify a very complex issue, saying that kidnappers do not respect state, national or international boundaries. He assured the people of Edo State that everything has been done to ensure that security agencies put in place comprehensive network that would ensure effective policing of the security flashpoints across the state. And finally, from Lagos, the scheduled trial of the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Adeyemi Kufuruji, by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission was stalled on Thursday at the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos. This was as a result of the absence of the trial judge, Justice Ibrahim Buba. The matter adjourned till November the 19th this year for further hearing. The EFCC had rearranged the Speaker alongside his personal assistant, Oyebode Atoyebi, on allegations of being involved in the laundering of over 338 million naira from the State House of Assembly without going through a financial institution. The offence, according to the Anti-Graft Agency, is contrary to Section 18A of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011 and punishable under Section 16(2)(b) of the same Act.
You see, life has just got easier. You stay connected to Channels TV, where news and innovations are shaping our world. Simply log on to channelstv.com to get the breaking news. Browse the homepage according to what matters to you. Tap on the extended coverage of business, sports, politics, lifestyle, infotech, entertainment, health, world news, and lots more. Click on the live link and see the news in real time. Do you want to watch the latest video of the day? It's just a click away. Friend us on Facebook, YouTube, follow us on Twitter, Google+, participate in Channels TV poll, and share your comments. It's a website you can talk to. Your voice will be heard. ChannelsTV.com. The news at your fingertips.
The aviation industry is governed by the Civil Aviation Act of 2006 and other regulations like the Nigerian Civil Aviation Regulations and so many others. Let's take a look at how these regulations have been complied with so far to make your air travel safer and some of the challenges we face in the industry. We have been speaking to aviation lawyer Tunde Irukera. All right, thank you very much for having us, sir. I know that you're an aviation lawyer, and today I want to be speaking to you about the aviation industry, safety, and as regards why we have so many crashes in Nigeria and some of the things that we can do about them. We'll also be looking at the laws that govern the industry. So my first question to you, sir, is the aviation industry is governed by the Civil Aviation Act of 2006. Now, with other regulations here and there. Now, my question is, has the aviation industry actually been following the guidelines within that act as regards to operations, regulations, safety, compensations, and all of these things?
I think those powers exist. I know that there have been probably 3 rounds of regulations promulgated by the Civil Aviation Authority, including safety regulations, economic regulations, and consumer protection regulations. So if the question is there a law that sufficiently addresses the whole spectrum of the industry? My answer to that is yes. Again, you asked about whether there's proposed amendments or not. Is there an indication of a failure of the law? Not necessarily, but like every other law, once you start operating it, you're going to find basis to amend